I was at the game yesterday in Atlanta, and the Patriots defense kicked the Rams' ass. So you know what? We should kick some ass today too as well.
All right, you got to that in a roundabout way, but it
was.
Worked. It worked.
It just was. But let me just give you my real take right here on Tom Brady. And as I said, it wasn't. It was actually a pretty good night. Sure, the Patriots won. They got their 6 championships. A 13-3 dull snoozer of a game. We saw the ratings drop big time. Maybe Patriots fatigue. Maybe people just turned it off because a lot of people were complaining as the game went on how boring it was. What was it, 3-0 at the half? But Tom Brady had just he looked 41 years old. He didn't look that good. He had a bad interception. He had a fumble. He threw. Yeah, first pass of the night was an interception. He had no touchdowns, and they got the win. But that defense played very well. I was so impressed. First time since, what is that, Chris? 1971 that the losing team scored only 3 points. The idea that you could stop the Rams, who were averaging almost 33 points a game, down to 3. I looked at that and I said, you know what? I know Bill Belichick's the head coach, but he works with the defense, Chris. But he got them playing as well as possible. And I was just I never thought it would be about the Rams not being able to score. Do you know? I just didn't know
Most people thought it was going to be in the 30s.
Yeah, I mean, you sitting there with a ticket for over from Vegas. You had to be like tripping. Some guy had a prop bet.
I'm sure a lot of people lost money on that one.
Big time. But somebody had a prop bet of the Rams scoring only 3 points. Did you hear about this? He bet $250 and he won $100,000.
Wow.
Because there's no way.
Wow.
Yeah, the odds of them scoring 3 points.
That's a smart bet, though.
It is.
I mean, if you lose $250, so what?
He won $100,000.
To get $100,000? Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's incredible. But look, the defense, there's no overstating how great they were. You're absolutely right. To hold that offense to 30 points below its average.
Which is crazy.
And, Rob, it's what I said, and this is why there were 2 GOATs in that game, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick stifled Kansas City's offense, holding them scoreless in the first half. Stifled the L.A. Chargers.
But they did get 31 points in the second half. Let's not ignore
they came on and played well in the second half. No question about it. But still, to get to the quarterback in Kansas City, Mahomes, 4 times when they had one of the worst pass rushes in the league all regular season. And he did it again yesterday. They got to Goff 4 times. They kept Brady. He only got sacked once. I mean, Bill Belichick has showed off this entire postseason, and you have to give him his props. I'm totally in agreement with you on the defense.
No, it was unbelievable. And we saw it, Chris, when it came down to trying to name an MVP. It was impossible because normally they would have loved to. Yeah. They would have loved to have given that to Brady, right? Of course, in that moment.
I don't know. No, really, where's that come from? They would have loved to given it to Brady. I mean, you give it to who deserves it. And Edelman didn't really deserve it.
No, that's what
I don't think any individual deserved it.
Well, but it's weird because Brady didn't throw a touchdown, but Edelman didn't catch a touchdown.
Well, I didn't think it should have been Edelman because, look, he was very good. He was great. But every pass he caught came from Brady, of course. Well, but the 2 biggest receptions of the game were to Gronkowski.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like
and I would have given it you really should have given it to the entire defense.
And we'll get into that. We will get into it. So tell me about Brady. Did Brady look 41 or 31 to you last night?
I mean, he obviously wasn't spectacular, but the notion that he wasn't very good, that he wasn't good, that he just got carried to the championship, no, that's just not accurate. And here's why. Because when push came to shove, and it was the 4th quarter, it was clutch time. What did he do? 9 minutes left. Game is tied 3-3, as he always does. As he always has done, better than any other quarterback in the history of the game, he led a game-winning drive. It was his 6th game-winning drive in the 6 Super Bowls he's been in. No other quarterback has more than 2. It was his 13th game-winning drive in the playoffs. No other quarterback has more than 6. So what does he do? Yeah, he struggled all night, but again, when it was nut crunching time, he goes and hits 4 for 4. All right, 18 yards to Gronk, 13 yards to Edelman, 7 yards to Rex Burkhead, 29 yards to Gronk, which could have easily been a touchdown. It was right there at the goal line. 4 for 4, 67 yards. That's all he had to do.
All right,
he delivered.
Let me stop
That's
you.
That's it.
Let me stop you. That's not
when
it.
When he threw for 505, hold on. When he threw for 505, last year, you don't give him any credit for that, even though he was spectacular individually. And now that he had a good game, but not a terrific game, we don't want to give him credit in a win? Come on.
No, but then why didn't he win the MVP, Chris? You just made the case.
I don't care who won the MVP. Just like Andre Iguodala won it.
I'm asking you, why didn't he win the MVP if he was clutch in the fourth quarter? Why didn't he win? Because he had a bad game. Just admit it.
Really, a bad game?
Yeah.
He
had a fumble, he had an interception, and he didn't do that.
You don't know what you're watching.
I know
you
what I'm watching.
You don't know what you're watching.
So you're telling me
he had a game-winning drive.
But why didn't they make him the MVP?
Who cares, Rob Parker?
No.
Is it a team game or not?
No, but they had to give it to somebody. They gave it to a receiver who didn't even have a touchdown. If Tom Brady was all that,
Rob,
why didn't they give it to him, Chris?
That's not the trophy anybody cares about.
Yes, it is. Answer me the question.
The trophy is the Lombardi trophy.
Answer me just answer me that question. They were looking for an MVP. You just broke down how spectacular he was, and he led to the game-winning drive. But all the football writers in Atlanta looked and said, let's see. Let's give it to a receiver who didn't even, you just said Gronk made the 2 biggest catches, and he didn't even have a touchdown. Let's give it to him.
What is your point?
My point is, it wasn't as spectacular as you made it out to be.
I've let you continue with this nonsense long enough.
It ain't nonsense.
I guess everybody who didn't get the MVP had a bad game.
No.
Tony Michel had a bad game.
No.
Rob Gronkowski had a bad game. Anybody on the defense had a bad game. Come on, man. Bring me some real logic.
That is logic.
This is bogus. This is
just
anti-Tom Brady.
No,
Let
it
me
ain't.
save my face. Bogus. Garbage.
No,
I don't care.
I'm asking you.
Who was the MVP?
I'm asking you. You just made the case.
No, you said it.
Chris,
everybody who wasn't the MVP had a bad game.
You made the case.
Tom Brady wasn't the MVP.
You said, look at the drive he had. He was 4 for 4, and he threw it to there and threw it to there, and he had the game-winning drive.
And
that's number
facts,
6.
Rob?
And that's number 6. So if that was the game-winning drive, and Tom Brady was so spectacular. In the clutch, he would have won the MVP.
Brother. Give me
he
would
have won the MVP. He wasn't even considered for the MVP. He had a bad game. Admit it. He looked like a 41-year-old. He looked like a 41-year-old quarterback who was carried along by his defense the same way Peyton Manning won his second Super Bowl.
It wasn't Peyton Manning.
Yes, it was. Peyton Manning had no touchdowns, 1 interception, and 141 yards.
Let me hit you with some facts now.
These
You're
ain't
bringing
no
all
facts.
this garbage. All right, Tom Brady threw for 262 yards. Tom Brady led the game-winning drive. Tom Brady had a passer rating of 71. You want to keep bringing up
71?
Peyton Manning? Yeah, you want to keep bringing up Peyton Manning?
71 is MVP?
Peyton Manning, I ain't say he was MVP. Peyton Manning had 141 yards and a passer rating of 56 and 2 fumbles and an interception in 2015.
So there's just one less fumble than Brady had.
Was Joe Namath bad in 1969 when he won a Super Bowl but threw no touchdowns?
Joe
threw for
Namath.
206 yards?
Joe Namath.
Was John Elway bad when he won a Super Bowl and went 12 for 22 with 123 yards?
No.
1 interception and a 52 passer rating? Was Terry Bradshaw bad in 75 when he threw for 96 yards? Or in 76 when he threw for 209 but was 9 for 19? Stop it. It's a team sport. If you lead your team to the title,
No,
you
it doesn't.
get credit.
No, he's not.
Period.
Nobody's taking credit away from the win.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just telling
you're taking
you.
credit away from Tom Brady.
No, I'm not.
I don't care who was the MVP.
I'm telling you that you made the case that he was so great in the fourth quarter in clutch.
He was.
But they didn't give him the MVP. How could he be
what?
clutch? How could he be clutch? And they looked at his numbers.
Why don't
he
you
didn't
think
play
for
well.
yourself and stop letting the other writers think for you?
They don't think for me. I agree
Yeah, no,
with them.
apparently they
If
do,
I
because
had
that's
a-
your argument.
If
The
I
other
had a
writers,
vote-
the other writers,
If
the
I
other
had
writers.
a vote, I would have
Be a
voted
man
just
and
like
think
them.
for yourself.
Oh, be a man. Here we go
yeah,
now.
think for yourself. Don't
What-
give me what the other writers did.
They did the
give
right
me what
thing.
you saw.
They did the right thing because
Okay, tell me about the drive then.
the drive
Tell me
was
about the
fine.
drive.
It was fine, but I mean,
He wasn't good in that drive?
No, but he wasn't like what you made it out to be. Like there was some clutch.
Was he 4
the
for
score
4,
was
67 yards, a perfectly
the score
thrown
was-
pass to Gronk?
Score was 3 for 3 to 3. It wasn't like Brett. Like they came back.
Nobody
like
said
the
he was
Atlanta
great
when
for
he
the
came
first
back
three
from-
quarters. I said when push came to shove, he delivered. That's all I'm saying. You
Why
can't even
didn't he-
give him credit for that.
Yes, I'm asking you.
I never said once he should have been MVP. I said the defense should have been MVP.
All right, but why did they give it to Edelman? Just answer me
I
that
have no
question.
idea.
Okay.
Just like they shouldn't have given it to Andre Iguodala with the Warriors in 2015.
No,
Sometimes writers
he
make
deserved
mistakes.
that.
I'm not going to let them determine what I saw. And I believe, as an expert myself, you an expert. You letting the
I know
writers
what I
tell
saw.
you what you think.
They were right on the money there. I saw
Oh, it should have been Edelman? It should have been Edelman?
No, it shouldn't have been Brady, is what I'm saying.
What should it have been Edelman?
That's all. But I'm just saying
Should it
that
have been Edelman?
They looked at that drive and they were like, "It's about time
Rob,
they got made
should
some
it have
passes."
been Edelman?
No, it should have been their
Okay,
defense.
then they were wrong. They were wrong, period.
Yeah, but
So
they weren't wrong
so
about
that's your
giving it to
whole
Brady.
argument.
No, they
Writers
weren't
who
wrong
you're
about
admitting
Brady.
were wrong. That's your argument.
They were right about not giving it to Brady.
Let's see what the listeners think. Man, if I didn't bury you, I'm sure the listeners will.
You didn't bury me. Are you kidding? I'm still breathing.